Welcome, one and all, again, to String Theory.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to all our string theorists. And we are here. I'm JP Cormier. This is my brother from another mother, Mr. Coot. Mr. Coot, and we're here for another Wednesday night. And we don't have the lovely Ginger is
To
not
do
in the
all the
house.
work.
Not in the house.
We're technically handicapped.
So we still have to go. String Theory. Here's John and Chris and Stevie
And Clucky.
Theme song fulfilled.
Yes, that box is ticked. The sponsors
Our-
for tonight's show
Our
are,
Boucher guitars, of course.
of course,
Levy Strap, G&G Music, our good friend Glenn Gotel.
yes sir,
Up in Antigonish, the #1 Boucher dealer in the world.
in Anaga nowhere.
Antigonish nowhere.
Yep.
Oh, there's people already talking to us. Oh, look at David Gallagher Guitars has texted.
Hey,
He just said, I love you and hope you're doing well. Maybe catch up sometime soon. David?
right. We're right here.
Yeah, we are. So there you go.
No mustard required.
I'm just about to say your name,
Yeah.
my friend. Citadel Music. Citadel Music. Our good friend Steve
We
McNeil.
need to get over and visit Stephen.
We do.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing some live shows from the stores pretty soon.
Yeah,
It's about to happen. And Opry Music Store in Miramichi.
Vince Mullen.
Vince Mullen, our buddy. Reed's Music in Mount Pearl. K&K Sound. Gallagher Guitars.
I'm enjoying one Gallagher right now.
I've enjoyed the Gallagher for several years now.
Oh, yeah, they're so smooth.
David Mathis is a very nice man. He's yes. And Recording King, Al Rogeri, St. Louis Music. That nice Honduran I just played. Yamaha Music Canada, James Martin Instruments in Kilkenny, Ireland. Joshua House Guitars, who just built a replica D18 for someone with forward shifted bracing, and
wow,
the guy sent me pictures of it who bought
Crazy.
the guitar, and I guess it's a Canon.
right
So
on.
good on you, Josh. Close Guitars, Cody Guitars, our local Luthier Deluxe, Orangewood Guitars, Audio Sprockets, D'Addario Canada, The Arc, our good friend Dakota McNamara, Apollo Picks, Tone Right, Close, did we say Close?
You just no, you didn't.
We got Close Guitars.
Is it
No,
Jones?
they're up there by,
I don't think you
we want Lava Guitars as well.
Right.
And Epiphone Gibson is also partnering with us now.
Yep.
And right
Now.
into Capo Corner,
Yes.
Blue Chip Picks has just come on board. So there's yet another great pick builder like Apollo Picks, Nick Monin, builds some of my favorite plectrum ever, and the Tone Right as well. We don't want to forget Tone Right.
The old tone right.
Yeah, but Blue Chip is on board. They're sending me some picks. They may well be embossed with String Theory logo. I'm not sure. But thanks to Patrick Lundgren and Flat Pick Nation for helping me get that done. So, yeah, we have a tremendous amount of great guitar
Sponsors.
builders, equipment, people that just love what we do, and we love them. And
We're cradle to grave here.
yes, we are. Let's see. Just going to see what David's saying here. He's sending a picture.
We're not interrupting.
Oh,
you,
he's got a picture of me and him smoking cigars. down in
Oh,
Murfreesboro,
there you
Nashville.
go.
Yeah, Jesus.
schmocking the
That
cigars.
was a great. That was a great. He's still texting me.
He is.
Yeah,
We're not disturbing you, are we?
yeah.
Is
No,
this
no.
everybody, are we
This is
disturbing-
important because it's Gallagher Guitars, man. You never know what he's saying. He could be. I don't know what's going on.
We're
Okay.
trying to enjoy you right now.
Yeah. So Jesus,
Whoa.
he's really he's
on
sending
it.
pictures
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah, I think he's trying to punk you right
Yeah.
now. He's probably laughing his arse off.
So I'll just do not disturb this for now
Mm-hmm.
because I'm going to talk to him after the show. Great man, David Mathis. He's as I said last week. He's just one of my favorite people. He's a lot like Robin.
Yeah.
They get the same. One of the things I forgot to talk about last week, and this could be part of Capo Corner as well, is the fact that the very interesting parallel between Boucher and Gallagher is Boucher was the first boutique guitar builder in Canada, Norman, right? That was the
Yep.
first one.
That wasn't yesterday.
As was Gallagher. Gallagher was the first American boutique guitar builder ever. They started in 1965, right? Same as Norman.
But not with David.
No,
Yeah.
with the Gallagher family,
Right.
right? So, and again, the same thing with Robin. It was his family started Norman, right?
Passed down the generation.
And so that's a really interesting parallel that both companies were the first of their kind in their respective countries. So, yeah, shout out to David Mathis and everybody at Gallagher. And the first Kirsten goes to
Hit it, Stevie.
Oh, we got Stephen Baker. Nice Scully, Chris.
Stephen Baker.
Oh, hey, nice Scully. See?
And Stephen Baker again. He's got a picture of Gallicaster number 1
Oh.
from him yet. Oh, that's a
There we
question.
go.
Sorry. Do you have a picture?
I don't. We don't have a picture of the guitar yet because it's still in development. Of course, I saw it when I was down there in person, but they're building it for you, buddy. Don't worry. David is he's definitely. I explained to him who you were,
Who you think you
and
are.
who you think you are, and how important you think you are to us, and.
Yeah. And how much your
You-
beard holds.
You're going to get. You are definitely going to get number 1 of the production line.
Yeah, it might be slightly used, by the time we finish with it.
That's right. I might play it for a month or so.
Yeah, we'll put some dents in it for you. Put
Yeah.
some love in it.
Connect.
So, Darren Murray.
Darren Murray.
Yeah. Hey, Chris and JP. Just picked up a used Yamaha FG5 and will put the K&K in myself.
Nice.
Guitar's a killer. Any advice for pickup installation?
Just depending on where you are, you got to find the right tech.
Well, he wants to put it in himself.
Oh,
So,
well, there's a ton of
there's videos.
there's a shit ton of YouTube videos about it, but watch at least a half a dozen of them because they're all different, and you have to ascertain the best of all the 6 videos. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's some of these guys. You don't want to base your installation technique on one person's opinion.
There can be some instinct involved. Follow
Yeah.
the book,
Yeah.
but there can be some instinct involved. Clean the back of each pickup before you put the glue on it with some like 90% or 99% isopropyl. You don't want any oil from your fingers on there, and use some new cyano, some gel crazy glue, but go out and buy some new stuff. Make sure you've got fresh stuff and coat the whole surface of the pickup, but you don't have to overdo it. Otherwise, you're going to have the guitar permanently attached.
Right.
Get a mirror in there, an inspection mirror in there, so you can see the bridge plate when you're doing it.
Yeah. Make sure the bridge plate's
Test
clean.
fit it all with the jig and make sure you know where you're going. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just take your time. You'll be all right.
Yeah, it's fairly foolproof the way they tell you how to do it.
Yeah. The book is good.
The book is good. Just make sure you do the little things like he's saying, because that's uber important. You can completely destroy a K&K pickup because you put a fingerprint on the sensor.
Yeah.
The oil from your finger can disrupt the way it
Glues in.
glues in, right? So you got to make sure everything's completely clean.
Yeah.
If there's any crap on the
Yeah.
bridge plate, you got to go in with sandpaper or steel wool and get it off there. Make sure it's nice and smooth and clean.
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend the steel wool so much because it could have some oil in the steel wool.
That's true.
But again, isopropyl alcohol. Give the bridge plate a little wipe and then leave it for an hour and make sure it all evaporates. You want that nice and dry, but you want it clean. Right? You've seen me do a million
Oh,
of
yeah.
them. There's lots of little technique-y stuff, but you don't unless you're doing a million of them.
Yeah, you've actually developed technique
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it should be okay. You should be fine.
Yep. If you can get in touch if you're having any questions or something.
And depending
send
where,
him an email.
Yeah, depending where you are,
Yep.
there should be a tech somewhere probably
That can do it.
If you're in
Whiz bang.
Canada, there's somebody in Long McQuaid, or that was where I would go. If you're in Toronto, take it to the 12th fret. If you're in Halifax, take it to Doug Sampson. Fucking
Doug Sampson.
Damn Doug Sampson. Ken next.
The Happy Knot.
Happy
The
cannot.
happy cannot.
We haven't heard from that one for a while.
No.
Yeah.
It's been several months.
It
Welcome
has.
back aboard.
Yeah.
In your opinion, does nut height on a fiddle alter the tone? Low, medium, high? Mine is low. Should I raise the action? Luthier David Papazian will do the work. Not sure if you're familiar with him.
The nut height on a violin is fairly standard. it shouldn't be high at all. It's the nut on a fiddle is really low. It's like the space. If you look at a good nut on a fiddle, the space is like 1/16 of an inch or less.
It's got a much bigger rake on it than a guitar does.
Yeah, it's really, really slight, the amount of lift you get from the nut.
Yeah.
If you've got a nut that you can put like a dime under or something, like that's
You're
too
good
high.
to go. Yeah.
It's too high.
Is it?
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be super low there. It's only supposed to be.
It's not level like a guitar
No,
profile
no,
is.
no.
It's a rake.
What
right?
I'm saying is that the actual height of it above
Right.
the fingerboard is minuscule.
Yeah.
That's what creates.
But as far as tonality, it shouldn't, unless
has
there's something wrong with the nut, there's
it-
no connection
it
between
has no
tonality.
bearing on tonality at all. Nothing. What will happen is if the nut is too high, it will cause your B flat, E flat notes to be. You'll have to play them closer to the nut because when you press down there to get those notes, you're stretching the
stretching more.
string high.
Yeah. So it's an intonation thing more
It's
than anything.
intonation, but nothing that affects you in the major keys at all. Nothing. But when you go back to the flats, you're going to have to reach further back than you should be reaching
Mm-hmm.
towards the nut to get B flat, F, E flat,
Because you're
G
pulling
sharp.
more string.
because you're pulling the string sharp,
Right.
right? If you're using gut strings, it's worse. Metal strings not so bad.
Yeah.
But that nut should not be high at all. It's a very, very
Mm-hmm.
like less than a dime width,
Yeah. And a dime would be
right?
100 thou?
Yeah,
maybe?
it's really, really
inch?
slight. If you have a big honking nut, you should definitely cut it down, but it's not going to change the sound of the fiddle.
Yeah. Not
At
a
all.
tonality thing.
It'll just change your intonation and probably make the violin easier to play. Actually, much easier. So, yeah. So that's a good question.
That's a great question.
Good question.
Kerr.
Chun.
Kerr.
So Stephen Baker,
Stephen Becker.
Sudsy.
he's very self-aware about his lack of importance to anything or anyone. You are welcome to play the Galacaster all you want until he gets over here to pick it up. His guitars are yours, brother.
Thanks, man.
My guitars are your guitars.
I just realized I have a brand new Close electric sitting over there. A prototype that they just sent me that I haven't even touched yet.
Looked at yet.
Can't wait. I
wonder-
did take it out and look. It is gorgeous.
I wonder how the suds are tonight, Sudsy.
Yeah, I wonder how bubbly
Well,
they are over
yeah.
there.
In reference to your conversation about nut height, he said
Oh, boy.
Here we go. Here
we go. Gotta
This
get-
is and
height
this is where
definitely
it goes
alters
off
with
the
the level of his tub.
Yeah.
And then later on, he was said, "Oh, that's what you meant by nut height."
Oh, wrong not to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get
Okay.
yeah, let's get banned from YouTube. Connect. Yeah.
Jim Waller.
Jim Waller.
Wanted to thank JP and crew for all the great content. We survived on reruns as our only TV for 4 days in Iceland.
Sweet.
P.S. Chris, since you drink Ultra, try Bud Light Connects beer. No carbs or taste.
Or taste.
I'm
Yeah.
not a beer guy though.
Not really.
That's why I drink
Yeah.
that. It either needs to have no taste or all of the taste.
All of the taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, either to drink water or a small mattress.
Yeah, I'm not a big beer fan.
Connect.
Hey Stevie.
Nothing right now.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
I'm just
That's
playing
your
with my
cue to just talk.
favorite capo. I like a shub. Going to Serenadus?
I love this guitar.
Yeah, this is a wicked
This is
guitar.
one of the best guitars I've got. Just listen to that thing. questions yet?
Yep.
Oh, okay. There we go. I thought I was going to keep going there for a second.
Colin Dolan.
Colin Dolan.
Colin.
What's your opinion on all mahogany triple O's?
Oh, I love them. First of all, it's a small body, which I love, and all mahogany just kicks ass.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite configurations of guitar. I have an Orangewood OM. It's all mahogany.
Yeah.
I've had many guitars that were OM and smaller, all mahogany. Mm-hmm. Deadly.
I think an OM body style is much better suited to a top like mahogany. The harder the top on an OM, generally,
Yeah.
the better, eh?
Yeah, I've seen all mahogany dreadnoughts, and I find that they don't stand up structurally the same as a smaller body. And that's why, right? It's a smaller piece of wood.
Yeah.
I've literally seen mahogany dreadnoughts get ripples in them
Right.
because it's just too much goddamn wood. It's too much surface.
It's too much
tension.
strain and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
And it's just when you start to get into the small body guitars and you make it all out of all mahogany or all koa or all
Bubinga.
yeah, I mean they're just unbelievable. They get so much. There's no
The tone is baked into that stuff.
exactly
really,
like
right?
there's no governor
Yeah.
on the tone that
Yeah.
would be created by a softwood top.
Well, and you can't
Right?
afford to have the compression on a small body
Right.
like that. You need it all to be sounding.
Yeah, it has
Right?
to be wide open.
And
it is.
And it does, because it resonates that top.
That's right.
Yeah.
I love them. You get one, get it. Doesn't matter
Yeah.
who even makes it. It's going to be a great guitar, especially triple O. Deadly.
The Happy Knot back again.
Happy Knot.
Cannot. The happy cannot.
Right in the Happy Knot.
Right
I
in
guess,
the old happy.
I guess it's the fiddle versus classical setup. My fiddle teacher said my fiddle is the bluegrass setup. Causes you to lose volume, apparently. Is that true?
No, it's not true at all. There's no such thing as a bluegrass setup. Violins are supposed to be set up. The nuts are all supposed to be the same. The height that I described is the proper height for every violin nut. The only difference between a violin and a fiddle is that fiddle players, not me, I don't do this, but many fiddle players create a flatter arch on their bridge so they can play two strings more easily at once.
Yeah.
Because they do a lot of double stops in bluegrass. I don't do that and no Celtic player does it, because if you're really a Celtic player,
It came out of the classical.
it comes out of classical
Right.
technique. So if
Yeah.
you're playing Angus Chisholm and Winston Fitzgerald and Carl McKenzie and Jerry Holland and these
you don't
guys,
say.
you would never put the giant classical arch,
Right.
but you would put a good substantial arch on it.
Yeah.
And if you're a bluegrasser, it might get a wee bit flatter. And it's not what creates volume in a fiddle is the fiddle. If the fiddle's a piece of shit, it's not going to sound. And also
It's going to sound like a turd.
and also the player. I mean,
If it's a piece of shit, it's going to
and
sound
don't
like a
take
turd.
any offense at that. It's the player. It's bow speed. It's
Yeah.
the quality of the bow. How much? Because
Yeah.
the bow, without a decent bow, you have no chance. It's true. Lee Cremo looked at me one day and said, "This is the voice," and he held the fiddle up, right? And he said, "But this is the tongue. And without a tongue, you can't speak." And he was right. And that's the way he felt. And that's the way, if you look at any great fiddle player, they have a bow
Well,
that's worth thousands of dollars.
You've talked
right?
about that before.
Yeah.
Where the volume is pressure and speed.
Pressure and speed.
Yeah.
And if the fiddle is no good, you're not going to be able to coax volume out of a violin that doesn't have volume.
Yeah.
You can set it up any way you want. You'll never have volume because the fiddle's not capable of it. So it's not setup. It's setup is preference to the player. So if you are playing bluegrass, again, the nut is standard on every violin. It's supposed to be that low profile on every fiddle. And if you're bluegrass player, you might want a slightly flatter bridge, and if you're a Celtic player, you might want a medium a medium arc.
It's a
and if
style-
you're classical,
it's a
you have the
stylistic thing.
giant high.
Right.
Because they do a lot of this, right?
Yeah.
They need the
But
separation.
you can see in Appalachia, the neck's out there, and it's just sawing at the thing.
Yeah,
like
they
that.
can- they can
That's
just-
the flatter bridge
Yeah, and they're
style.
playing like 3 strings at once
Right.
almost, some of these guys,
Right.
right? But there is a very standard way to set fiddles, which is in that middle ground. Again, nothing to do with the nut. It's the bridge, right? So there's a very universal way to set a violin so that anybody could play it. Bluegrass, even classical players could play it without any difficulty. And the other thing the only other thing that can create a volume issue is the placement of the sound post. So
Yeah.
if the sound post is not in the right place, and
You're
it's
not
hard
transmitting.
you're not doing
to the top.
Yeah, you're not giving the fiddle its due.
Yeah.
So, but the problem with that is it's impossible to figure out where that is
Yeah.
on every violin.
Right. It's not the same
sup-
spot.
no, it's not.
It's unique to
It's
every instrument.
supposed to be just behind the bridge, just to the right side of the A string, but not right in between
Mm-hmm.
the strings, but just there to the right of it. Right?
But it moves per instrument.
It does.
It's like it's a build. It's a build thing,
Yeah.
depending on the materials, depending on the seasoning.
Yeah, the top, the type of maple in it,
Yeah.
all those things, right? So don't get caught in
Enjoying one right now.
he's enjoying a Guinness right now as we speak.
It's a Gallagher.
I mean a Gallagher.
Any beer you put in this cozy
Becomes a Gallagher.
and they're all full flavored.
Yes.
Next.
Jim Waller.
Jim Waller back again.
Yeah. Want to get better at flat picking and willing to put more time in. What do I do next? Need to add more to what I do now. Thanks.
I can't answer that question because I don't know where you are. Flat picking is you have to listen to the guys who do it really friggin' good.
Yeah. Listen.
Yeah.
Learn.
Doc
repeat.
Watson, Tony Rice, Norman Blake, like these guys invented it.
Yeah.
So that's where you have to.
Yeah. Go to the standards.
Yeah.
Watch and learn.
That's where you have to go for it, right? So wherever you are on that scale, like, and it's hard to. It's a common question. What do you do to get better at flat picking? Well, I don't know how good you are now. Is the problem?
Right.
I don't know where you are in the timeline. So, because we're all on different parts of the timeline. Even guys like me, I'm still learning. You never stop learning. If you stop learning, it means you're not practicing enough.
And what's
right?
what's your influence?
Yeah.
Right? What is your influence?
My basic suggestion to you would be pick one artist that you really like, that you'd be willing to just listen to nonstop for a week.
Yeah.
Pick that one artist and emulate them.
Yeah.
Right? Whoever that might be,
Yeah.
whether it's Doc Watson, Norman, Dan Creary, me, or somebody, like anybody that you won't get tired of it,
Yeah.
right? And emulate them until you're blue in the face. Try to learn everything that they do,
Take the best of them, move on to another
and then
one.
move on to another artist. It's the only way to learn. There's no such thing as nothing is new. It's all been done, right? It really,
I got a news flash for you.
There's only 8 notes.
that's right. Nothing is new.
Yeah.
It's all been done. And even if you listen to people like Billy Strings, Molly Tuttle,
You can hear the influences there.
Billy Strings is Doc Watson.
Yeah.
Right?
He's a young Doc Watson.
He's Doc Watson.
Yeah.
On steroids.
Yeah.
There is nothing that Billy Strings does that has not been done before 1,000 times. It's just it's him.
And it's his unique
It's his unique
take on it.
interpretation of it, right? So
And you're only going to get that by studying,
exactly.
learning, and putting that together in your own unique blend.
The only way you can figure it out is to go back to the masters. That's where the secrets all lie. Is in the old recordings, the old players. you're not. Don't ever think. I see it all the time. It just makes me angry because I see people who could be good guitar players, but their ego keeps them from doing it because they go, "Oh, this is my way of doing this." No, it's the fucking wrong way. You're doing it wrong. Stop doing that because you obviously could play. So learn the right way. And then you can say, okay, I'm going to do things this way.
Yeah.
And this is my twist
On it.
on something I've stolen.
Right.
That's how
Because everything is stolen.
everything is stolen. So, but if you get in this mindset where like, oh, I'm doing it my way. No, you're not doing it your way. You're doing it wrong. So get it right and then put your twist on it.
Did you hear that, Mike?
And-
You're doing it wrong.
Yeah. No, you're not necessarily doing it wrong yourself. I'm just saying, don't get in that trap of thinking, or the trap of, oh, that's good enough. It's not good enough. It isn't. It's never good enough. It's never good enough.
Purchase,
you can
purchase,
never,
purchase.
Yeah. You can never say, well, I got it. No, you don't. You don't have it. I've been playing for 50 years. I don't fucking have it.
Unless it was like when you got the COVID.
Well, yeah,
Then
I had
you
that.
did have it.
Yeah, I had that.
You got it.
But I'm serious.
Yeah.
Don't ever fool yourself into thinking that you've got it. You'll never have it, and that's the joy of playing guitar. It's an endless journey, and it's rewarding because every step you take forward as a guitar player brings you some new awesome piece of knowledge, right? That applies to everything that you're doing.
Every new influence.
And new
is gonna
influences,
bring you-
and new music,
Right.
and the people you meet, and the records you hear, and all these things.
Yeah.
There's no end of this. Don't ever go into guitar thinking that there's an end. There's no end.
No.
You're going to do this until you die.
You're in the middle. You're in the middle
You're
until you
always in the
die.
middle until you die. That's what it is.
Until you die.
And that's the greatest thing about guitar. It's an unending reward system. But you only
Music,
get
in general, is-
exactly.
Is that?
But you only get the reward
Yeah.
if you put in what you need to put in.
Yeah.
It takes effort. It takes dedication. It takes sacrifice. You're never going to be what you want to be on the guitar unless you take the time to do it.
I'm starting to feel bad about myself.
It's
time to move on.
I've been away for a month, and I'm just wanting.
You're intense.
I know,
You're
but
a
I
bit
love
intense.
it. I love guitar
You're
players,
killing my buzz.
and I love guitars, and I want people to play.
But you're Buzz Killington.
Shut up. Hey, I got an idea.
I got a haiku for you.
Yeah, I got a haiku for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, blow me. Connect.
It's very original.
Michael Easter.
Michael
Hey,
Easter.
Michael.
Attaboy.
Happy Wednesday, brother.
Passing on a message from Steve Baker.
Oh boy.
Yeah, okay.
If Chris wears that Scully next week, Steven will have Chris's favorite capo in the tub.
Oh, okay.
How's he going to get my favorite capo
That's the
over
banjo
there?
capo.
Yeah.
That's the band
It's a
shub.
shub. I
The
like the
band
shub.
shub.
I like the cam on the shub.
I love shubs.
Yeah. All right, so
They make a beautiful shub. Makes a beautiful page style capo.
yeah,
I have them here somewhere.
yeah.
They gave me two of them at the NAMM show.
You know why I
IBMA.
like shubs?
They're
they're
indestructible.
repeatable.
Yeah,
Indestructible,
Indestructible.
and reliable on stage,
Yeah.
on the road.
they never fail.
They never ever
Never
fail.
fail. I love Kaisers too,
Yeah, I'll send
'Cause
you
they're
one,
quick.
Sudsy.
but
You can like capo off your little John there.
never mind now. Next. We're not putting capos in. Never mind. Okay, go ahead.
There's nothing right now.
It's a very slow night because people don't want to talk.
Well, Ginger's not here.
not here, and
Ginger's flying here right now.
yeah,
She's just not
as we
going
speak,
to make it
she's hurtling towards us as we speak.
at a great rate of knots.
Yes,
She's whipping that
Will
thing
nuts.
like a rented mule.
yeah, she's riding it like she stole it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no fuel savings coming to Halifax tonight. That is one of the most balanced acoustically
It's such a great guitar.
guitars that I've ever
I
heard.
haven't had it out of the case for a while, and I just
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
You want to talk about
Pop music?
yeah, Scotch music?
Scotch
You want
music.
to talk about guitar playing for years? Like that right there is a great example of a tune that I've played since I was 8, and I'm still not happy with the way I play it.
I wouldn't be.
It's still not. Don't you take a long suck at my arse? It's still not what I want. Mm-hmm. And I've learned, I've unlocked most of its secrets that Jerry had and Chet had, right? Still not happy. I'm just not.
But that's
I'll
the
never
journey,
be happy.
right? Yeah.
But I
For that
love
tune-
playing it.
But for that tune, with those guys as your mentor, you will likely never get there,
No,
right?
because it keeps evolving.
Yeah.
Because you, if you go back and listen to the old recordings, and you keep hearing things like, "Whoa, I'm not doing that."
Right.
It can be one note or a mistake
Yeah.
that
A mistake that they
they
made.
made that sounds
Yeah.
so good, and you
Because
want.
it's not about the mistakes. It's
That's
how
right.
you fix them.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's how you deal with them after.
Yeah.
It ain't the mistake; it's the next 6 notes that count.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Next.
T-Bone.
T-Bone.
What are the tone woods on a 1969 Yamaha FG 180?
They on a 1969 they would have been that's a laminate guitar, and it was mahogany and spruce. That's what it was. The new FG 180s, the Memorial Edition, the 60th anniversary, and these new FG 5s and 3s, they're not laminate.
No, they're
They're solid.
Yeah.
But the 69 180
Was
was a laminate mahogany and just sick as spruce, and they were cannons. If you can find one that's in one piece, look out, because they're really something. Car.
Michael Mercier.
Michael Mercier.
Thoughts on John Mayer's guitar playing? Pop artist with great blues chops.
I love John Mayer. I think he's a brilliant guitar player. And he uses a lot of really cool tunings, open tunings that I love. And he's one of those guys like Rufus Wainwright. He got a record deal, and the label loved him so much. It was just like, you record anything
Whatever
you
you
want.
want.
We don't care. Just go away and record.
And he's one of those musicians who he loves sound
Yeah.
and sounds. And there isn't every sound, it doesn't matter whether it's his guitar, vocal, or what. Every single channel on that recording is a cool sound.
Yeah.
Right?
He picks good stuff.
It's candy. It's just
Yeah.
ear candy from top to bottom.
Yeah.
No matter what the instrument or what the placement is, it's being microscoped
Yeah.
to be a cool sound.
And I know he might be known as a blues player, but
Yeah.
to me, he's a major folky.
Yeah.
And
The
he's
influences
a folky,
that come
like
out.
he's like Bruce Coburn. Like
Yeah.
he's got that kind of chops on the
Yeah.
guitar, where he does stuff that's just not normal or
It's
expected.
not blues.
no,
Really.
It's folk.
Yeah.
It's folk. It's
Yeah.
he has a lot of influence. I think I don't. This could be wrong, but it seems to me to have a lot of influences from people like Joe Satriani. And guys who play in broken chords
Right.
and like these weird interval in their notes.
Yeah.
And like I said, Bruce Coburn, Michael Hedges.
I think that gets hidden though.
It does because it's pop.
Because of the production value on it and the mix and the everything else.
Yeah.
It does get hidden.
But the scary thing about him, though, is you hear the licks at the top. Like I got one song in my head right now that I can't get out of my head. I don't know the name of it. But you hear it, and you don't even realize it's a guitar. It's
Right.
that bizarre.
Yeah.
It sounds like it might be a keyboard.
Well, that's
or
the
something.
thing. They
but
spend
it's
so
not,
much time
right?
refining every sound
Yeah.
to make it this like it's like a buffet of all these cool sounds. And it doesn't matter where they came from, but they're just everything is perfectly placed.
Yeah, and like the song "Say," it's ukes he uses.
Yeah.
It's ukuleles at
Right.
the top of that thing.
Yeah.
Again, another brilliant move by a guitar player, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like to use ukuleles as the basis
Yeah.
of the guitar part. It's
Right.
no guitar
But you'd
part.
never know
it's
it.
ukes.
Yeah. But you'd never know.
Yeah, you can't really tell it's
No.
ukes. It's the way he does it. He layers things
Yeah.
so intelligently that, yeah, I'm a big John Mayer fan.
Yeah,
I'm not a huge fan of his. I'm not a huge fan of anybody that's in that machine. The stuff that he has to do
Right.
to be in that fucking machine.
Yeah.
But he does it with more grace than anybody I've
Mm-hmm.
ever seen.
And he's got a great vocal texture.
He does.
And style that
And
he adds to
his
it.
lyrics actually mean something too.
Yeah.
Like he's very, very good songwriter.
Yeah.
Again, like Rufus. Rufus, when he went with Geffen, they just said, "Here's $1 million, make 2 records a year, and just leave us
Right.
alone
Yeah.
because you're so awesome."
Just fuck off.
Yeah, back off and take the money and make the records.
If you're not digging it,
Yeah.
fuck off.
Yeah, that's right.
Next.
Next.
Larry Reindress.
Larry Reindress,
Local
local
Larry.
Larry.
All right,
Chris.
brother.
Can you put a K&K in a mandolin?
Of course,
Of course you can.
they make them for mandolins. I have them both of mine.
You can put a K&K in your wheelbarrow if you want.
Well, let's not get into that now again. With how many things you
Sounded
put strings on?
incredible.
Yeah. Now that's a quality barrel.
That's a quality barrel right there. You can hear the tone in the
The
handles.
toad in the handles.
Yes, you can, Larry, and we can.
Connect.
Derek Mosier would like to know if you have any Halifax shows this summer.
You'll have to just watch my website, or yeah, that's about the best way to do it, I guess.
Around the barbecue every Wednesday
Yeah.
night,
Yeah,
9:30 to 10.
my schedule is constantly in flux, so yeah, it's not always the easiest thing for me to know about, but
We should have a local show.
yeah, at
Might
the
be time.
at
At
the
that thing,
school,
the place,
or
or the place.
the school,
No, the other place.
that school.
No, the other place.
Okay, connect.
Sing it, Stevie. Sing it. Sing it out loud.
Roger Sykes.
Roger says.
Saw a video of you playing an archtop at one of your concerts a few years ago. Good old YouTube.
Yeah,
If you can remember, can you tell us a bit about the guitar and using it on stage?
it was an Epiphone Deluxe.
That you never should have sold.
Master built. I never should have sold that guitar. The reason I sold it is because Dave Gunning made so much fun of me for playing those that I had to sell them all. But I had all 3 of them. I had the Zenith, the Olympic, and the Deluxe, and they were brilliant guitars. I just have no complaint with those things. And Epiphone, right? That's when I started to pay attention to Epiphone again.
Yeah.
Was when those Master builts came out.
Yeah.
All the archtop ones, because who the hell's doing that? Nobody.
And nobody could compare with them. either.
No, and their electronics were really good. They
Well, just the build quality overall.
they used a
blew
fish.
everybody away.
Yeah, they used a Fishman and some sort of a sensor system that sounded incredible. Right? It was just I don't know how they got that much out of it.
Yeah.
Really. And I don't have a single one anymore. I wish I did. I gave up on buying them because Dave would make fun of me. Dave just make fun of me for playing.
You shouldn't be playing that, JP.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
You look
tough.
like an oaf with a butterfly in your arms. Yeah. Damn.
Kerr.
Next.
Caleb Hawkins wants to know when you're coming back through Indiana.
I don't know.
When you get the goddamn barbecue lit,
Yeah,
that's when.
possibly this year. You never
Yeah.
know. It all depends.
Next.
Kerr. Oh.
Jay Glant.
Jay Gallant.
Hey guys, what's the phase button for on a Fishman amp?
Shifting the phase 180 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah. More a live thing on stage than anything else.
Explain what phase is on an amp. This is going to be a difficult explanation.
No, it's not. You're
Well,
just
for you to make anybody understand, as I would probably not understand when you tell me. I know what it does. Mm-hmm. I'm
So-
not sure why.
it just shifts the output of the guitar 180 degrees out of phase from where it was. If you've ever watched a speaker when you're playing music and you see the woofer move out and in,
Right.
if you flip the phase switch, instead of moving out then in, it would move in then out. So
There you go.
on stage, when you're dealing with the PA that's filling the room and the monitors on stage, sometimes the distance between those, which is all in relation to the frequencies being produced, more low frequencies that you're concerned about than high frequencies, will cause feedback and problems. And frequencies will start rolling and doubling and adding together.
Right.
And if you just flip that phase switch, all of a sudden you can kill that relationship.
Breaks the chain.
Breaks the chain.
Yeah.
And it'll definitely have a difference in the way things sound. Now, if you're just plugging your guitar into an amplifier and that's all you're listening to and there's no PA involved, it'll have zero effect. But it's more an on-stage thing. Yeah. And when you're using multiple amplifiers with a PA system with monitors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find they have a great deal of effect on piezo. Undersaddle pickups, especially, have a. They can the phase button can make or break them. It can really change how an undersaddle sounds. It doesn't have a shit ton of effect on K and K.
Well, that's a total
sensors,
piezo,
right?
though. K and K is absolutely piezo.
Yeah.
Where it can have, it will change the sound through all those mechanisms. But where it really has a change is if you're using, like, your pickup system includes a condenser mic inside the guitar.
Yeah.
Or you're using a blended pickup between an undersaddle piezo and like a beam pickup.
Yeah. I just find there's way more body resonance, unpleasant body resonance with an undersaddle than there is
the one
with,
source.
Yeah, than there is with a K and K. The K and K is so direct; it's connected right to the bridge plate.
Yeah.
Undersaddle has all this crap affecting it all the time.
Well, because
the quality of the
sandwiched and being squeezed between
the quality of the saddle
the
quality
and
of the
the
slot,
bridge. Right.
How the bridge is attached to the top, and all these things, right? It's like it's floating, even though it's getting crushed, right? And I find the phase button can sometimes help those a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've seen it save the guitars.
Well,
on
how
stage,
many times have I said to you on stage, flip the phase, push phase button, right? And all of a sudden, problems just go away.
Yeah, it just gets clean as hell.
Then you can start dialing in
with the frequencies you want.
What you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Great question.
Good question.
Yeah.
Kerr. Next.
Next.
Nothing right now.
Okay.
Well,
what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about
You can hear every note in that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I love the clear pickguard on there.
I do too. It's one of my favorites.
It's an awesome guitar.
Next. Nothing?
No.
This is a slow night, boys. Unbelievably slow.
I think we're going to take a walk around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
might as well.
Yeah. I might find a mandolin over here, or a tambourine, or... Oh, hey, Mike. How you doing?
I'll just fall through all the wiring and
Yeah.
there's no questions at all that we can read. All of those comments.
Well, there's a couple. So, did you use the humidipacks on the road for the last tour?
I have not. The humidipacks are gonna get reviewed in the next month or so. We're gonna talk about all of that, and yeah, I don't use any of those things on the road because it's a bit too volatile. I travel so much east to west that humidity changes so quickly that artificial humidification or dehumidification can become really dangerous. So I just don't do it. I just let the guitar breathe and hope for the best. It's never failed me yet. So what else is there, Steve? It must be something.
Yeah, how much fun was it to be on the Trailer Park Boys podcast? There's a rumor going around the internet that you're actually Ricky's dad.
Yeah. I'm not old enough to be Ricky's dad, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. Those guys are great. Those guys are fantastic. That was a lot of fun. I was supposed to actually be on the show. We talked that day for a long time about how to write me into the show for a couple episodes because it would have been funny as hell. But I don't have the hair for it anymore. I used to have the. That's how that all started. But Gunning has talked to them talked to Rob Wells and those guys, and they told Gunning that Ricky's character was actually based on me. Because there was a time when I wore the shirts with the flames and the dragons and all that shit and the sideburns and the goatee and all. Oh my Jesus Christ! You wouldn't believe what's going on behind the camera here, boys. But thank God I hope there's no reflective surfaces in here just now, or that'll be it for this channel. Okay, next.
Are you doing any more tech talks with Chris videos?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we've got a few things lined up now to do that. We've got there's some exciting stuff. We have a violin pickup that I'm going to do a review on that's really important. I want to talk at length about that. We're going to probably do another K&K install on this 44-year-old Yamaha that was never owned, that I got from an estate sale. It was still in the box with the hang tags on it. And yeah, so there will definitely be more Tech Talk stuff for sure.
How you doing over here?
I'm good.
Okay.
Next?
Any way to properly recharge humidipacks once they've dried up?
I don't know. I've heard there is, but I don't know what it is.
Jury salute.
Yeah, I don't know.
So from Joe McGraw, John, you recently got a cedar top guitar. Don't remember the model. Can we see and hear it?
It's a Gallagher, and it's been put away. It's incognito right now. I have to do a review on it fairly shortly, and yeah, you'll see it. You'll see it. Just keep watching the channel. It'll be on an episode of Guitar Stuff with John, and yeah, it's a killer guitar.
Love a cedar top.
Oh yeah. Next.
Jeff Gallant.
Jeff Kellogg.
Rears
Just a comment.
rears
The
his
best
head.
part of the show was when Bullwinkle took a walk. Love you, Big John.
It wasn't the best part of the show for me because you couldn't see what he was doing behind the camera. I have to go wash my eyes after the show.
Still waiting for that bottle of clams, aren't
Probably
we?
get some therapy after that.
Gotta go see a doctor.
Yeah.
From T-Bone.
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 Have you ever played in Illinois?
I'm sure I have. I don't remember where. Not too many states I haven't played in. Next.
From Rob Richardson. Any opinions on the Bose portable PA systems?
I love them, but Gunning hates them because he's got those weird engineer ears.
He's got ears
And,
like a bat.
I just don't give a shit about that stuff, really.
If it sounds good, do it.
If it's loud, I don't care.
If it doesn't
That's
feed
what
back,
it's for.
use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no problem with them. They do sound a little strange
Bose-
compared to
Bose is not for the purist.
no.
It's processed, it's EQ'd, it's
Yeah.
bulletproof, it's designed to be that way. It is not a natural sounding PA,
No.
but it is high quality product
Yeah, and it works well.
and it works. And the
So-
support on it is great.
When I when I am alone and have to rent some sort of a system for some whatever thing, that's what I get.
Yeah.
I just go buy. It's $20 for a day.
Yeah.
You get in a Bose system, one stick, boom,
Yeah.
plug your guitar in your mic, and
It's
you're done.
just it's gonna turn on. It's gonna work.
That's
You're gonna
right.
sound great.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
got nothing bad to say about them. I've used them for years.
Yeah.
Next to you. Next to Nerch.
Larry Reindress.
Larry Reindress.
Are you halfway here?
If you could only have one guitar, what would it be?
Can't say.
Yeah, can't say.
would-
Asked and answered, Mr. Depp.
It would probably be a Boucher.
Yeah.
That's it probably would be.
Yeah.
It would probably be my signature model, because that's probably the most versatile instrument I have ever seen. And that's, if I only had one, that would have to be the
So you
the
do have one.
qualifier.
So you do have one.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be easy doing that. There's
No.
no way I could. There's no.
And next week you'd change your mind.
Well, it wouldn't change my mind. What would happen is I would find myself in a situation very quickly where I needed another body size
Right.
or style,
For a different song.
or a different wood,
Or a different
a
style.
different wood, or
Yeah.
a different neck, or a different whatever.
Or a different influence.
And so you can't
No.
choose one guitar.
Yeah.
I can't. But
Is that why there's like 65 of them here?
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
probably.
question though, Larry.
Good question. A little unfair. 'Cause
Yeah. Yeah, from Larry especially. I mean,
guitar players would never. No guitar player would ever be able to
Yeah.
answer that question.
yeah, thanks
Really,
a lot, Larry.
truthfully.
Damn, Larry.
Kerr.
Jason Valcor.
Jason Valcor.
Is that
And-
new?
Any harmony
No?
guitars you've appreciated along the way?
Harmony. I played one harmony that was restored somewhere, and I can't remember where it was, but I almost bought it.
They made a nice guitar.
And it was totally restored. It was an arch top,
Yeah.
and it was one of those weird stores. Like, the guy was a soup Nazi. He was an old guy who collected vintage guitars and restored them, and he wouldn't sell them necessarily.
Oh, he just restored
They
them to
had a
keep them.
price tag on
Right.
them. But if you said, "Well, I want this," well, let me think now. I don't know if I want to let that one go.
Yeah.
You know, and that shit.
Yeah.
And he was doing.
He was
that
a
to-
collector.
He was doing that to me.
Yeah.
Even though it had a price tag on it, everything in the store had a price tag.
Mm-hmm.
But he was just being a dick. So I played the guitar for an hour and left.
Would you say a harmony would be a good investment?
No, it's a heartache guitar.
Yeah.
They're plywood, and they have to be restored, and they have to be maintained.
Yeah.
So to get one that's even playable is a miracle.
Yeah.
And then once you do find one that's playable, you have to do $1,000 worth of work to it
To maintain it
to
in
get
that
it
condition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to get it where it's stage ready.
Yeah.
So they're a heartbreak guitar. They're not something that's going to last under the rigors of
Yeah.
of ripping every day on it and traveling.
Yeah.
Although I know people that use them,
Yeah. Yeah.
but they progressively get worse and worse and
Yeah.
worse, and shit falls off, and
Yeah.
they crack, and like it's just
Yeah.
they're
But they are an iconic
oh yeah, they're tremendously
right?
amazing
Yeah.
guitars for what they were.
in the day.
They were Sears guitars,
Yeah.
right?
They were off-brand guitars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harmony, Stella, Recording King back in the day. That's all the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Kerr. Next.
From Martin D18.
Martin D18.
Have you played with Doyle Dykes? What are your thoughts on his playing, religion aside?
Well, I don't know much about Dole because when I got around him, all I could see was Jesus, and it was hard to get around that. Robe was in the way.
Kept knocking you over with the cross.
Yeah, he kept hitting me in the face with angel wings. and-
Kept swinging the tail of the cross out at you.
Yeah, I mean Doyle Dykes is a great guitar player, but I have a serious problem with his personality.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's not go any further. Next.
Yeah, no, I mean I just don't see why somebody has to be that way. You know, he's a rabid fucking Christian. Rabid. And
Rabid Christian.
He's a rabid Christian, and he's not pleasant to people who are not Christians. And if he sees you doing something that You know,
he's slightly less than
yeah,
tolerant.
he's slightly less than tolerant, and I just think that doesn't go along with music.
Well, and it's not also the Christian way.
No, it doesn't go along with music. It's not what music's for.
Yeah.
So, the question is there any super chats left?
Yeah.
Okay, hit
I'll
me.
just go through them quick. So Michael Easter, Chris walked away to find a different wood. Michael
Jesus.
Coin just
We're
arrived.
gonna get suspended. We'll keep going.
Just arrived. Better late than never. Ginger sounds like crap.
Ginger sounds like crap. Perfect.
Roger Sykes. So sorry to have missed you in Edinburgh. I couldn't make it. Maybe a daft question, but are you planning a return trip?
Oh yeah, I'll be back to Scotland now that everything's opened up for sure. So the question for tonight, which
Was
will
that the last super
fill
chat?
Yes.
slots 17 and 18 in the giant draw, which will another couple of weeks we're going to start leaking out what this package is going to be. So the question tonight will be, what are the back and sides of the FG 180 made out of?
Good, Kirsten.
What is the back and sides of the original FG 180 made out of by Yamaha? Beep, 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 beep. No? Nothing?
Nothing?
There's answers.
Okay.
I don't know what the right answer is, but I'm betting you I do from these answers here.
Steve.
So, yep,
Who's the first one?
Bob Perrone,
He's not on there.
Bob, you're in, buddy. What was the answer?
mahogany.
Okay. Bob Perrone.
So-
Send us an email at jpcormier38@gmail.com so we know you're in. You're number 17. Who's the next one?
It does laminate mahogany, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well then that's Jason Valcor.
He's not there.
Oh, no, he's number
Oh, is he?
12. Who's after that?
Oh, yeah. He
Caper
was
Away.
12, yeah.
Oh, they're not on.
Nope.
Caper away. There you go. We already have your, but send us one
Yeah.
anyway. Say hello. And yeah, so there was a rather lackluster,
Yeah.
gingerless
We
evening.
needed nothing against you, Stevie.
No.
We love our Stevie.
Yeah, we do too. I love Stevie,
Stevie's like as much of the family as
That's
you
right.
and I are.
but you know,
But apparently Ginger puts the asses in the seats. doesn't
evidently,
she?
maybe I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe just people are. Maybe it's the
Maybe it's
weather's nice
summertime.
too. The weather's nice.
Yeah.
The weather's
Maybe just
nice.
nobody gives a crap anymore.
Maybe somebody
Yeah.
inherently understood that you would jump up in the middle of the show like that
And leave.
and run out in the porch and show me your asshole. That probably was not. That was probably like psychically.
Everybody needs a good moon every now and
Yeah,
again.
that was probably a
just
psychic.
to center them.
A psychic problem.
No, you missed the full eclipse. Of the
Oh no, I
lunar
got the
eclipse the other night.
I got the whole eclipse.
You got the annular
Oh yeah,
eclipse this time.
See you next week, boys.
Have a
Love
safe
ya.
week, everybody.
See you soon.